According to HubSpot, up to 98% of visitors leave without buying the first time, which is absolutely crazy. So a lot of the time people are shopping around and then they come back after having a look at different options to purchase your product. If you're not capturing the email, you'll probably never see that customer again. Lead capture fixes that. It's like saying, let's stay connected. It's how TikTok shop sellers turn viral traffic into repeat buyers. They send visitors to Shopify, capture those emails, and keep nurturing them through follow-ups. That's where real profit comes from. A cheat sheet, a report, AI prompts, whatever it is, you capture the lead by giving something completely free to the viewer that's going to be valuable to them. And through a series of emails, they learn more about you, you give them more value over time. And next time they're thinking of buying the thing that you offer, who are they going to go to? Exactly you. But how do you capture these emails? What we need to keep in mind is there's no one size fits all method, but there's a few easy ones that you can start with as a beginner. For example, you can do pop-ups that offer a discount or freebie. You can do embedded sign-up forms in your footer or blog. You can do those utilizing forms on Shopify, for example. So if I go and search for Form, which is another really good app that Shopify offers, you can literally create a form, get that installed onto your website. You can also do this as post-purchase email opt-ins. So thank you, Victor, for buying this nail clipper pack. If you'd like us to stay in touch, enter your email here and we will be in touch. That's capturing an email lead. And another way is TikTok lead ads that feed directly into your Shopify emailing list as well. So a person is browsing TikTok, a quick ad about your store comes up, offering something free to download. They click it, enter the email. That's another way you've captured a lead. So what you do is go into Shopify admin section, search for forms. If you've not already got forms installed, go into the Shopify App Store, search for forms. If I select forms, lots of different options are going to come up. Search specifically for Shopify forms. There we go. Now, for me, it says open because I've already installed it, but for you, it's going to say install and give you an option to do that. Again, you've got a similar kind of landing page to the other app that we were looking at. You can use different ones as well. Again, this is just me recommending what's easiest to start with and scale from if your needs exceed what this form option is able to offer. Now that we've downloaded it, go ahead and create form. So we're going to name the form TikTok lead capture form. There's two kinds of forms here. You've got pop-up form, which is one that will just pop up on a website. You also have inline form. Let's select inline form. So I'm just going to select create, and then I'm going to land onto this page. So once you click create, you've got these different areas that we need to populate here. You've got sign up. Now, what I like is you've got this canvas on the right where you see the changes that you're making on the form in real time. For example, it's got here sign up. I'm just going to change it to join the squad. Updated there to join the squad. Complete the form to sign up. What are we asking the person to add? We're asking for their first name. We're asking for an email address. Obviously, that's the whole point of doing this. Now, I can add a completely new field, or I can just leave it as it is. You can add phone, birthday, depending on what it is you're about and what you offer. In this case, I'll leave it as first name and email. Email marketing consent. So we'll leave that as it is as well. This is basically just letting them know that you are opting into our email newsletter and we are going to send you emails, so they're not shocked when they get an email. The options here, you've got on form submission, which I'm going to leave as is, but you can also choose on form submission if a box is checked. So you're asking them to check a box to agree to send them emails. You've got don't subscribe customers to marketing, which kind of defeats the purpose, but you can do that if appropriate. We've also got consent disclaimer by signing up. This is the part at the bottom. You're letting them know they're agreeing to receive emails, being upfront, letting them know what they are opting into as well. You don't want to trick people into joining your email newsletter and then get complaints and potentially legal trouble. Confirmation behavior, show message, redirect to another page. If redirecting, drop an email, a website link. For example, if capturing the email outside of Shopify, then you might want to put in your Shopify store link there. You can customize additional bits of information here, which we're not going to do. We're just going to leave that as it is. Title, we can change that. It's currently a success. Let's say well done for taking the first step. Then we got the body of the email or content, and we can add some additional bits there. We've got theme editor. This is how the email branding is going to look. So you can go ahead and mess around with these free themes that come with Shopify forms. By default, it fits the branding setup for your Shopify store. We're going to leave it as it is for now. Once you've completed the form, save the changes. You can duplicate the form if you want to use a similar form and just make a few changes to embed it somewhere else. After turning the form on, I can see the reporting to let me know how many views and submissions and the conversion rate. So what you then do is you want to make sure that Forms app is enabled within the theme that you have selected. I'm going to show you how to go about doing that. So you go onto your online store and you select themes. Once you do that, you then click on the theme that you are using. Mine won't be the prettiest because this is just for the sake of showing you how to get this done. Now that I've selected the theme, you want to make sure that the apps option is available here. If it's not, it may be that you need to add section, select apps, and then find that app there. Because remember, we downloaded the Forms app separately and we installed it into Shopify as well. So once you've done that, make sure that is added and that it is enabled. You can see that the form has been set up. What I've then done is saved that setup. I've not done too many alterations. Again, with your store, you may want to change theme, mess with colors, mess with different areas to make it look the way that you want it to look. But for me, just for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to leave it as it is. And now if we go onto my test store, you can see the form is showing there, just like we built it. Join the squad, complete the form sign up, first name, email, and you submit. So what this means is now if someone is browsing online and they come to your store, even if they don't end up purchasing anything, you could offer them a freebie to download. Down here, you can move the form and have it showing further up. So it's one of the first things that they see. Mine is at the bottom, again, just for the sake of showing you how this whole thing works. This then allows you to capture that email lead. So even if they don't buy anything today, they will join your email nurturing campaign if you have got that set up, which we've discussed in this video. And most likely, if they are ever thinking about buying furniture or whatever it is that you sell, why will they not come back to you? Because not only are you nurturing them, but you are advising them of what offers are available within your store. I hope that provides more clarity on the steps that you take after you have built the structure of the form within Shopify. Quick shout out to Doba for sponsoring this video. If you want to learn more about Doba, the link is in the description or it'll be in the pinned comment somewhere.